What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I am starting this video 10 feet off the ground up inside of a tree, because in this video we are going to have the challenge of climbing this tree today. So we're here with Cooper, we're in his front yard, and we're going to see how high we can get. So we've got all our climbing gear. This is not a tutorial. Do not do what we do. We don't know what we're doing, and this is not safe. There's your disclaimer. But it will be fun. It will be entertaining. So Cooper's on his way up to the first anchor that we've set up here, and then we're gonna slowly anchor our way up the tree with Dyneema slings, and then set periodic solid anchors at all of the big intersections. There's four. We're at the first one. There's three more above us that are like super solid, and then however high we get, we're gonna rappel from the highest point we make it to. So yeah, I'm gonna wait till Cooper gets up here, and then I'm gonna have him film me as we ascend the tree. All right, guys, so right now I'm at this pretty solid anchor point. Once again, this is not redundant. If this branch breaks, or this sling breaks, or this carabiner breaks, or this belay loop breaks, I would fall, like probably close to 20 feet out of this tree. So don't do this. This is not how I recommend that you climb. This girth hitch is theoretically reducing the strength of this sling. So it's rated for 22 kilonewtons. It would probably break around 17 kilonewtons. Once again, shock loading this is not a joke. It could actually cause it to break. All right, moving on for my mini disclaimers. Cooper's below me, and he's currently working his way up. We have this. This is our static rope, and we plan to put it on that anchor point as our rappel rope. So I'm actually going to stop recording and help Cooper get the rest of the way up. Guys, so we're in here. We're going to just do that sling. So I'm technically hooked in twice right now, which is nice as I'm going hands-free. All my weight's on this. Once again, 22 kilonewtons. Girth hitched to that branch, which that branch looks solid, but once again, no redundancy right there. That branch snaps. Technically I am redundant right now, but once I undo that one, I'm not redundant, and if that branch snaps, I would die. Also, if that branch snapped, this one would get shock loaded a little bit, which isn't good, and this branch is smaller, so the branch could fail. I'm high enough now that I'm actually starting to be a little nervous. Cooper's down below me. Cooper's down there. Cooper, I think we're 50 foot. How high do you think we are?
30 feet.
All right. So one of us is wrong, probably me. So Cooper is still on the previous semi-permanent anchor we've set up here, and I basically have to go the rest of the way alone until I get to our next permanent anchor, which is going to be right there. Hey, gang, so we're actually so high up in the tree that I'm doing the double hand phone hold because I'm scared of dropping my phone. Cooper's down there. He's setting up another anchor so he can get higher. The problem we're having is I need those two blue nylon slings and the black rappelling rope, and Cooper has both of those things. So I'm at our anchor. This is our anchor right here. Super solid. I am making the conscious decision that this will not fail. So that's where we're going to set up our rappel rope. Technically, we could actually set up our rappel rope on that one. Cooper wants to. We might do it. I'll tell you what, though, the higher we get, the scarier this is. This branch right here is it's that big. We're all the way up against the tree. It's as strong as it can be, but I am worried that this will fail, even though I know it's probably not going to, and there's no dynamic load. This is terrifying. But yeah, so that is my current anchor. I've got my foot on a branch, but all my weight is on that anchor. And Cooper needs to hurry up so we can get this rappel rope set up. All right, guys, so I've actually rappelled down the tree, and Cooper did not record it. But so we've got our rappel rope set up here. We've got our anchor there. Cooper's looking like he's tangled up there. But yeah, he's getting ready to rappel as well. So once he actually gets on the rope, I'll film it. Guys, so Cooper's currently rappelling with his ATC. Yeah, so far so good. That's what he's done here. Let me see the other side. Let me see the other side of this thing. Oh, it doesn't. Yours doesn't label it, so I guess it's multi-directional. You've done it right, but this carabiner should be the other way, and it should be locked. Okay, lower yourself the rest of the way. Nice. Cooper, you were making fun of me for being scared. Were you scared?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Are we stupid? So guess what?
Maybe.
In order to get our stuff back,
You have to climb
I have to climb back up to get to do rappel down a different way. I set it up like this because I thought we were going to go back up. I mean, you'll go back up, right?
Yeah, I'll go back up.
Yeah. We have an ascender. We're going to go back up. Yeah,
It's a
this
tool
thing.
to get you back up.
So we're going to go back up and then actually get a video rappelling the whole way.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I have to fucking rappel. Oh my God. I'm scared for that, dude. That's going to be scary. All right. Let's get some lunch and then we'll worry about this.
You want to?
All right, guys. We're now back up in the tree. Cooper's leading and we're going to see how high we can get. Right now, we're pretty much back where we were. And it's actually very scary. But yeah, Cooper's having a great time. Alrighty guys, so that was our first attempt climbing that tree. We got about 3/4 of the way to the top before we set up our rappel and went back down. I'm a terrible YouTuber and forgot to film the end of that day. We set up a rappel, did a double rope ATC rappel down to the bottom, and then, yeah, that was it. But then we went back today. Today is October 1st. We went back today with a new technique and new equipment, and we did something awesome. So let's get right into today, which was attempt number 2 to get up to the top of this tree. Hey guys, so this is day 2, technique number 2. The other day we were girth hitching Dyneema slings up the tree, and I said, don't do it, it's not safe. They'll snap if you fall potentially because they're not rated for dynamic falls. Don't do it. Once again, do not do it. We should not have done it. It was dumb. We are doing it correctly today, and that's why I want to show you guys what we're doing, because this is a safe way. This is the correct way to do what we were doing the other day. So what we have here is we've used this webbing, this nylon webbing, and we have created essentially quick draw. Instead of having bolts, we're just connecting to the tree. But what happens, this branch won't fail. But then even one down, we have that yellow one connected there. If those branches fail, which there's like 4 branches, it's wrapped around the whole main tree, resting on branches. If those branches fail, it'll slide down to the next branches, et cetera, et cetera. So for that to fail all the way to the ground would be nearly impossible. It would be impossible. So if you want to be even safer, double up these slings. So do 2 slings, which means they would both have to break, and they would be sharing the load, making them less likely to break. And you could double up carabiners. You could do opposite and opposed carabiners. But we're essentially using them as a quick draw, as you can see. So I'm hooked in with a dynamic rope. We're basically lead climbing this tree and setting anchors every so often, which is very safe. And these are even locking. They're not quick draws, which I say that makes them even safer. You could use quick draws, but this is a correct, safe way. Your risk that you're taking doing it this way is if you fall lead climbing, it's not uncommon. It's actually more common than not to fall 4, 6, 10, 12 feet, depending on your belayer, how far your quick draws are placed apart. So the closer you put your anchors, the less you'll fall. But if you're above your anchor and you fall, your belayer will catch you, but you can fall 6, 7, 8 feet, and there's branches and trees. You'll hit those branches, they'll cut you, and it'll hurt and it'll suck. So there's still risk. You can still poke an eye out or something doing this, but it's significantly safe. Actually, it's 1,000 times safer than what we did the other day. This is how you should do what we're doing if you decide to do this. I'm not an expert. Do your own research. This could be unsafe. Comment section, if this is unsafe, tell me. This is a correct figure 8. It's been decorated nicely. Someone in the comments in my last climbing video was like, you didn't decorate your figure of 8. Well, it's decorated. And then we've got our stopper knot here holding the slack because I had too much line. But yeah, so I'm going to go up further. I'm going to set the final anchor, which will be 2 slings and 2 carabiners, because I'm then going to top rope belay Cooper up the tree as he comes up to meet me, where we're going to do our final rappel down. Guys, so we just set our next anchor right here. So the only thing preventing this anchor from sliding down is this one branch. However, if this branch fails, this little nub would also have to fail. Then it would slide down into these branches, et cetera, et cetera. You understand the premise. But so I'm actually still on my personal anchor here. So what I did was I did not want to be rigging this up while standing in this tree. I didn't want to take a fall. I didn't want to risk taking a fall. I'm avoiding that at all costs. So what I've done is I've girth hitched this to a branch that I had faith in while still being rigged in. So if this failed somehow, technically I wouldn't fall to the ground and die, but I would get scratched up because I'm about 6 feet above my previous anchor. So I would probably fall 10 feet realistically. But so this anchor is set. I'm clipped into it on the other side of the tree. And I'm gonna now climb up and set another anchor past this anchor. But I just wanted to show you guys, like, if you get there and you're not in a good place, you could set a personal anchor while setting up your quick draw / anchor system. But yeah, so I'm gonna continue climbing the tree.
Then my system won't be holding me. You know what I mean?
Alrighty then, guys. So right now, me and Cooper, I've gotten Cooper up into the tree at this point. He's got a personal anchor and he's got the gree secured to the rope. We've got a catch point there. This Dyneema sling is a catch point here. We're probably 45, 50 feet up. We're going up one more anchor point, and then that's where we're going to set up our final rappel. So I'm going to go up to the next anchor point, set up the anchor, get Cooper up, and then use the black cord to rappel down. And hopefully we can get this done soon because it's looking like it's going to get dark soon. So I'm going to go ahead and climb up, set up the anchor, and belay Cooper up, hopefully very soon, hopefully very quickly. All right, guys, me and Cooper have made it to the peak of the tree. We've got our anchor set up here. The sun is setting very quickly, and we still need to set up a rappel, get Cooper down with the gree, and then he needs to back up my ATC rappel. So I'm going to rig up the rappel as quickly as I can, safely as I can, get Cooper down, and then he's going to let me down. Then I'm going to do a rappel with the ATC. So we need to rig that up ASAP. All right, then, guys. So Cooper is currently hooked up to the gree. We got the anchor hooked up with this black static rope, and we are going to use that to rappel off of. You are hooked up correctly, Cooper.
Okay.
All right, guys. So this is Cooper rappelling down with the single strand on the gree. Slowly but surely. I'm going to have to rappel down in the pitch black at this rate, and I'm terrified. But, yeah, so I'm going to have to re-rig this to be a double strand ATC rappel. I'm a little nervous, not going to lie. All right. And that, guys, is us sketchily climbing a tree. We're not professionals. I don't recommend that you do what we did, but do your own research and figure out how to correctly do this. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.